One of my favorite times of year to target giant northern pike is right after ice out, when the season is open just after their spawn. You can often catch giant northern pike in less than a foot of water. Well, what if I was to tell you that I found a place where you could target these fish in these conditions all season long? This place does exist, and it's in Saskatchewan, Canada. Welcome to Milton Lake Lodge, the true home of pure pike paradise. This northern pike adventure starts right now on the New Fly Fisher. This is Milton Lake Lodge in the wilds of northern Saskatchewan, Canada. Milton Lake Lodge is fast becoming well known for its high populations of big fish. Part of the Porcupine River system, there are seemingly endless waters to explore in search of trophy northern pike, giant lake trout, and the keepers of the rivers, the northern sailfish, Arctic grayling. Milton Lake Lodge is the only lodge within the region, so it's guaranteed guests will have the entire system to themselves. Milton Lake is a unique body of water in that throughout the summer there are very little changes throughout the water column. After spawn, northern pike will retreat to deeper sections of the lake, but won't ever really go deep. They relate to the flats, coming up to feed regularly. Well, what does this mean? Well, generally, anglers will have shots at shallow water fish for most of the season, if not all. Sight fishing to northern pike in July? Perfect.
The bigger fish in the, early June will stage up in here, and they're maybe a little bit more lethargic and they get more and more active, but they're always there. Just this last week, mid-July, we've catching them on the fly, up in the flats, against the weeds, a foot from the shoreline. The fishing in the shallows is here year-round. There's some times it may be better for different situations, but it's always there.
Milton Lake Lodge is a fly-in fishing destination accessed by float plane. We got settled immediately and hit the water in search of big northern pike on fly. Guiding this week is Giovanni Natale, a seasoned fly angler unto his own right. Gio knows Milton Lake very well and gets right to business after a short ride to our first spot. Today is downright nasty with extremely high winds, big water, and intermittent rain. Perfect for pike. We head into a sheltered back bay and begin our week of fishing in 3 to 4 feet of water. Fish. Oh, not bad. Might be the big fish of the day so far. We've had an interesting go of it today. A cold front has moved in big time, and it's raining and it's blowing like crazy. So what we've done is we've come into these little back muskeg bays. We've moved a bunch of fish, all, just over 24, 28 inches. But we decided to cast out in the middle of the bay. And this might be the big one of the day. It's giving me one heck of a fight. Oh yeah. On cold, nasty days, don't spend your time on your vacation in the lodge. You're here to catch fish, and there are fish to be caught. All you need to do is put your time in, and he's not a giant, but he'll do for a healthy one of the day. It'll be all right. Nice northern. 28 inches. Good fish. The barbless hook just pops right out. What we're using is called a game changer. This is in a trout pattern, a rainbow trout pattern, and so far, it's changing the game. Look at that, just a great looking northern. Thick across the back. Yep, she'll let you know when they're good to go. Just fantastic. Oh, there's some grass in here.
Yep.
And what are they feeding on?
I would think that in here you've got a mix of, there's whitefish, ciscos. They'll be feeding heavily on burbot. It seems to be their favorite. When we get shore lunch fish, we normally see at least 1 or 2 good-sized burbot in their stomach. Something pretty meaty, like 6 to 8 inch.
Well, I think we've got the best fish of the day on so far. Ooh, there he goes. Now, barbless hooks. Imperative that you have a high rod tip and you fight them off the tip. Keep that line tight. And as they go left, moved right, right and left. Yep, good fish, best fish of the day.
Whoa! Oh yeah, it's got girth.
Yeah, I think he's about ready. Got him, sweet. Ooh, good. Now, what I like about these nets is look at the size of them. These nets are absolutely huge. And what I like about them is they're so big, you don't need to do anything. All you need to do is relax and take your time. And that fly just pops out.
I think he was hungry.
I think he was hungry too. So once again, Big Bird did it. Now, these fish are feeding on burbot. So the burbot that I've seen here are about this big, you know, and the fly size is kind of close to that. And burbot are generally a brown fish with sort of yellow spots and yellow hues. So we've got a little bit of a darker fly that's predominantly yellow with a dark head, and that seemed to do it for this northern.
Coming up, we go even shallower for the northern pike of Milton Lake Lodge. There's very little structure throughout the main body of Milton Lake throughout the summer. There's a smattering of lily pads at the inflow and the outflow of the lake. Most northern pike are relating to hard structure in the lake, such as wood and rock. We find a very shallow bay with small boulders throughout.
Big one at 7 o'clock, 7 a.m. Right there, yeah. Beautiful, beautiful.
Oh yeah, he's got it. Fantastic.
Nice job.
Well, there you go. That's partnership for you, right? Giovanna saw that fish spook out, said, 7 o'clock, cast now. Little further, got it. And this thing came up and ate this fathead. Fantastic. Look at that, he's gone for a run.
I love it. Look at the run.
There has been a cold front for the last couple of days, and today is quite warm. Almost, it is t-shirt weather actually. But these fish are now starting to come back into these back bays to warm up, chasing bait fish. I love it when that happens. Sight casting to large northerns. Oh, nice, big mouth. Sweet, good fish. Put her there.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. Just like that. Again, on the orange and black fathead. That's a good fly. I like it. All right, let's see what we're dealing with here, shall we? Oh, that's a heavy fish. Look at that. Sight cast up here in northern Saskatchewan at Milton Lake Lodge. We got a length of 31.5 inches. Not a giant, but when you can sight cast these guys in shallow water, it's perfect, isn't it?
Beautiful fish. You just hit 63 degrees.
Wow. What do you think that's going to do to the pike?
I think it'll warm them up. From what we're seeing is the pike are getting bigger and bigger as the weather gets warmer and as the water gets warmer. So hopefully those big pike will come into the shallows now, off their shelves and their deep spots, and start feeding. And hopefully they'll feed on flies that look like yours.
Yeah.
So we pick up and move to find even shallower water. It was the right move.
Oh, that was a big fish. Right out of that.
Right in the back.
Right in that corner. Woo!
Oh
There's
yeah.
our fish.
There's, oh, money fish.
Oh, that was a big fish. That was well over 40. That was huge. It's still right there. Right there. I just lost the pike of my career. Oh! That was
What was that?
That was what pike dreams are made out of.
That was like 6 pike in the same place.
Yeah. I've never seen anything like that in my life.
That's what they do when they're like spawning, but they're not spawning. They're just, one freaked out the other.
One attacked the fly.
Wow, that was just awesome. I'm gonna inch in slowly, give you a chance to try every inch of water.
This probably isn't going to happen today.
What an unbelievable sequence of events to have so many big fish attack within an hour and miss every single one. So, as they say, 3 strikes and you're out. We decide to switch gears for the evening and hit the Porcupine River. Maybe the luck will change. Fishing for grayling. Arctic grayling are an untouched commodity at Milton Lake Lodge. Just a 5-minute boat ride from the dock lands you in a stretch of white water full of these Arctic jewels. And though they will hit small streamers, woolly buggers, and other subsurface offerings, they seem to always be looking up and readily take dries.
All right, here we go. First grayling of the day.
Mornings and evenings are prime time for these fish, but really you have shots at them all day long. They are the perfect distraction when big northern pike frustration kicks in. Tomorrow is another day for sure. Milton Lake Lodge is a wonderful full-service remote fly-in fishing lodge in the wilds of northern Saskatchewan. The great room is something to behold, as are the views from the all-window front. Accommodations are wonderful, and the food is fantastic. Milton Lake Lodge is a place to feel at home with family, friends, and other anglers.
Fishing here at the lodge is fantastic, especially the northern pike, which a lot of people come here for, is great for the number of quantities. We have good quality fish, and you always have the chance to get your trophy fish. We opened up a new avenue that we knew was here but never explored, and we found the Arctic grayling up in the inflow and the outflow. So that's a tremendous opportunity going forward in my view. The whole experience is, you got a lot of shallow water to fish, a lot of big sand flats, you got nice weed beds, and the river is fantastic as well. So there's plenty of opportunities. You could have 4 boats in the water and never see each other. We have no other lodges anywhere near us, and so the fishing pressure is when we go out and fish. And I try to limit that further by catch and release, good conservation, barbless hooks and all. So.
Well, yesterday was the first day of a warming trend here at Milton Lake Lodge. Today is fixing to be an absolute scorcher. We're hoping that these big northern pike have moved from the deeper water up into these shallows. So there's only one way to find out. Let's see what we got.
Oh, nice one. I'm gonna go out a little deeper, Mark.
Yeah, man. Came right off that point.
Yeah.
It's funny because I was looking in that little cranny. I put a fly in there.
Yeah.
And a couple of little bait fish popped as soon as my fly hit. And I sort of went, oh, that means there's no pike in there, right? It's a barbless hook, so scoop. Good job, nice. Best fish of the trip.
All right.
That's amazing.
Oh, that was a beautiful strike.
All right, that's nice. So this is what we got it on. Once again, the fathead, the orange fathead. Let's take a look at this guy, hey? Nice one. Okay, we'll get some pictures. We're gonna let him go.
As the sun got warmer, the fish were on the move. We pulled into yet another bay on Milton Lake and put another piece of the puzzle together.
There's a fish. Oh, that's a good one. Just take our time, this barbless hook, bring him to the net. Woohoo! This is what you come to Milton Lake Lodge for, I'm telling you. Yeah, let's get him in the net. He's barely hooked in that lower jaw.
Okay.
You travel a long way for an opportunity at fish like this. We're not sure if this is a trophy yet, but I'm here to tell you that right now, it's the biggest fish we've caught since we've been here. We put in our time, and we've caught some really, really great fish, but this one's big. There is a Milton Lake Lodge gator northern pike. The pike in these back bays were literally coming out of their funk before our eyes. Regular speed stripping wasn't cutting it, so we had to make a change and speed it up. And that slight increase of fly speed was all we needed to turn them on.
Here we go.
Oh my gosh, there's tons of fish in here.
Good, good.
Fish. Another long one.
Whoa, tail
Dude,
dancer.
don't you know I've got a barbless hook on here?
Wow. Whoa.
And I've got this drag cranked down.
That is amazing.
Right in the net. Sweet. So the technique that we're using to catch these fish involves a little bit of boat movement and what I call a barracuda strip, where you put the rod underneath your arm and you strip as fast as you can. The boat being in forward simply gives you that little bit of extra speed that the fish really need to be enticed on a bite. We're in 72-degree water, and they just need that little bit of extra speed. So G is just kicking it in forward. I'm casting it out, strip, 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 and seems to be doing the ticket. There you go. That is a fantastic northern pike.
Pushing 34.
34 inches. How sweet is that? Fantastic. Speed is what you need sometimes to lure these backwater gators. Coming up, more Milton Lake Lodge water wolves. Doing battle with the water wolves at Milton Lake Lodge, you better come well armed for a fight. This is a 9-foot rod. We also use 10 weights as well for the big poppers and big streamers. Paired up with a large arbor reel, these fish will take you well into your fly line. Weight forward, 9-weight and 10-weight floating lines with a sink tip if you do require one. And on the business end, I like to run 20 to 30 pound mono or fluorocarbon from the fly line to 20 to 30 pound titanium bite wire. It's knottable, where you can tie on your streamers and your giant poppers for these very aggressive fish. Oh, missed him. Got him. So if you ever have a tough day fishing northern pike when you can sight cast for them, stick that fly rod under your arm and barracuda strip in. It'll pay dividends. Northern pike in 2.5 feet of water in July. One more time. And what they're chasing is really nothing other than a fleeing yellow perch. Green, black, and orange.
Oh, yeah.
So how do you like sight casting for northern pike in July, huh?
fantastic fish and a fantastic fishery. Gotcha. Look at that. That is fantastic. So that about does it for this episode of The New Fly Fisher. Thanks for watching. I want to take a moment to thank everyone at Milton Lake Lodge for their incredible hospitality and, of course, the fantastic fishing. For more on Milton Lake Lodge and fishing in Saskatchewan, check us out at www.thenewflyfisher.com. I'm Mark Melnyk, and remember, adventure is out there, and what better way than to do it with a fly rod in your hand. Thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll see you in the backcountry. Hi, I'm Mark Melnyk from the New Fly Fisher television show. If you enjoyed that video, do me a favor, hit the like button and subscribe today. Also, we're uploading new videos all the time, so hit the bell to be notified when the next one goes up.